and welcome to the Global Business Group, where we aim to unlock the potential of international business, providing unique global business solutions internationally. We specialize in business advisory, import and export opportunities, market entry, investments, and funding to help you achieve your business goals. Now, let's get into today's business day.
Thank you, Lilenka. You can stop share. Let me just share my presentation. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining in today. With me today, we have Shaji Yohanaan. He runs a company called SYM Holdings. The company has got strategic investments across various parts of India and globally. They run predominantly 4 companies. He's got 4 subsidiaries, which is SYM Holdings Private Limited, SYM Healthcare, SYM Commercials, and SYM Space. Shaji is so these are the companies which Shaji holds in various parts of his investments. He has got his office in Mumbai, London, then Delaware, Kochi, and Mumbai. So Shaji has got a big board of directors. He's the founder and chairman of the company. And then he's got a GMD and CSO and CWO. I will hand over this to Shaji to introduce him in terms of his achievements and why he's there. And then I'll take you through his investment portfolios, what exactly he's trying to look at in terms of the solutions which he wants to offer to us. Shaji, over to you.
Yeah, hi. I'm audible to everyone. Thanks for the chance. See, actually, we are just arranging the banking facility for, basically, we are an investment banker and angel investor for the startup and whatever the project it's going on with the Maharashtra government at the moment. So here in the platform, I can help you out for the trading instrument, like a LC, SBLC and use and LC, I can arrange it. If somebody want to buy and sell, they have a short of, that instrument in the sanction facility from the bank. I can get it arranged from the 3 banks. One is the Indian Overseas Bank, Hong Kong. They can provide for the LC facility. I put you everything in detail and what is the charges for, they will do it. And at the same time, I can do you from the Mugan Bank. This is it's not a mid-sized bank from Azerbaijan. That is, I can do SBLC. And I can provide LC, SBLC and USSNC from Cameroon Bank. The 3 bank and 2 bank I can arrange, I can set up the sanction limit for whoever want to provider, but Indian Overseas Bank, one of the provider will provide the LC. This is only the difference.
Okay,
so
Shaji, let's go one by one in terms of the products which you have discussed. One is the LC issued from Indian Overseas Bank. How exactly is going to work? What is the benefit? How it is going to be utilized by the team here? How we should do this? So what's the whole process around it, and how the parties here would get benefited out of it?
Yeah. Example, there is one person from in India. They want to import some goods from either from Australia, like example is a milk powder. But Australian company only supply the goods against to the LC. But the buyer don't have a LC facility. What should I do? I'll take all the detail of Australian party and what is the value of the goods and whatever the specification and everything. Then I will give you the letter of intent to the Australian client, the counterpart who want to supply the material to Indian counterpart. So then they will erase the invoice. I'll issue the LC from Indian Overseas Bank, who already have a facility in IOB. They are just leasing out the instrument. They just lease out for a 4 to 4.5%. That's it. And then the Australian guy will load the material. They will send the container to India, but they send the document to IOB for the collection. So we share the copy of the document to who is the buyer in India. They just got the copy. They will send the payment and collect the original. That this LC is valid for 90 days. So 90 days, you are not blocking the money, or you don't have a facility. You don't want to send 100% payment. So Australian guy also want to perform. This is the bridging gap I am filling. Because when you send 100% money, you are not sure the money is secured. Here, you keep your money with you. I'll give you the LC. When the material is loaded, your inspection is over, material reach Indian port. So then you send the money to Indian Overseas Bank, and Indian Overseas Bank send the document to clear the goods. So the 90 days, you are not blocking your money, and also you are not, you secure your money. That is this product. This is a letter of credit. Everyone know that letter of credit, credit
Yes, yes.
letter facility. That's it.
Okay, Shaji, one question I have here, which I think would be there with the other members as well. Will it be available for all international transactions or only from India?
No, all, except UN member countries like Iran, we can't do it. North Korea or Libya, like UN member, we can't do it. Other than all the countries.
Okay, and what's the kind of security we are looking at here?
Yeah, you see, the LC is, when we have a contract, we will make the contract from LC, the provider and who is the buyer. And there is no security is required for this product. Only you have to pay for the banking charges, the pulling of a SWIFT and the relay charges you have to pay. The LC provider will charging in between 4 to 4.5% volume of the goods. If the volume is very high, 4%. Volume is less than 1 million, then it's a 4.5. More than 1 million is a 4%. There is because we are not taking any responsibility. Because your buyer, we are only providing LC. You don't pay the money, we'll send back the document. We'll put in the discrepancy and send back the document. Here, we don't need any security in this product.
Okay.
But when you go for SBLC and use and sensitive, obviously security will place.
Okay. Any questions, team? I think we have a lot of questions here. Rulenka, you want to start?
I would love to. First of all, would you deal with African countries on gold?
Yes, we deal with the Cameroon. We are doing with the Guinea-Bissau. We are dealing with the PMC Ghana. Different, all the countries. Almost.
Okay.
Even if Madagascar, we're done with the business with the Madagascar. Niger.
Okay. Okay, so I would have to set up a meeting. I would like to discuss that with you. I've got 2 potential clients that I want to introduce you to. And then just tell me something about the 4.5%, 4%. At what stage must that percentage be paid?
Yeah. See, the first stage, I'll just tell you, once your buyer send you the detail, what is the product they want, who is the supplier, and all the detail, they send it to me, the email. Once you send the email, I will approach who have the sanction. For example, Sachin have a sanction in IOB. There is 3 parties there in the Hong Kong bank have a sanction limit, already the sanction limit. I'll approach them. I'll share, this is the product. They are comfortable with the product. Then the Hong Kong company, the companies who is holding the sanction, they will send the LOI, letter of intent, to the Australian counterpart. And the Australian counterpart of the Indian buyer, any buyer in the world or any supplier, they said, okay, we are okay. Then they will raise the invoice first to our bank. Then we apply the LC. Once we apply the LC facility in the bank, because the facility may be 100 million, but you need only 1 million. We put the application, we will send the final draft to you. That is called the mission copy. We will send it to you, and the LC providing company will raise the invoice. Then you have to pay. Then we will relay the instrument.
Okay, but I didn't. Sorry. I'm not understanding properly. So the 4% will only be paid once the money is being paid.
Which money is paid?
Because you're raising an LC, right? So now the guy's manufacturing it. So now we want to do the inspection. Once the inspection is done, only then will my money, the client, the payer's money be accessed. At what stage will the 4% be paid, or is the 4% included in the total price that they then pay?
Okay. See, like when you want to issue the LC, see, first procedure, what is happened? First is a LOI. That is the first procedure. Am I right? You want to buy something, you will issue the letter of intent. Am I right?
I know this, but at what stage do you pay the 4%? Do you pay upfront or does it go through when the LC goes through?
No, upfront.
Thank you. That was my question. Now you answered.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You have to pay.
Next.
If once we share the LC copy means LC, like it's called MT799 or MT199, we will send the
Yes.
pre-advice to the bank. Then you are saying, okay, everything is okay, you shoot the LC, then you have to pay, because we have to pay for any government, Hong Kong government, we have to pay for the SWIFT charge. That is the first one. Then we have to pay relay charge because we don't know which bank, even if it wanted in New Zealand, or maybe it's wanted in Canada, or it want to maybe in an African country. There is a relay because every bank don't have an RMA with the Indian Overseas Bank. We have to use Muthoot Bank, we use HSBC. There is 2 charges we have to pay to the bank. Then only bank will relay the instrument. So once we relay, once we relay, our responsibility is over. Never ever the fees don't come back. You have to keep that on the mind. When we relay, our job is over. And then when the document will send, like once the supplier got the letter of credit, okay, later they check everything is okay. They load the material, you do the inspection. They'll send the document to collection in Indian Overseas Bank where we provide the LC. Clear?
Yes.
So you have to send the money to Indian Overseas Bank to release the document. Without you don't send the 100% money, we don't release the document. Then otherwise we are in a high risk. You're clear?
Yes.
Yeah, that is this procedure. This is called letter of credit for 90 days. The validity of the LC is 90 days. Before 90 days, you have to complete the transaction.
Correct. Any further questions? Anybody? Okay, I have another question. I had an instance where one of my clients did a SPLC to a company in Africa, and they bought cryptocurrency against the SPLC, and it was a mess because the money couldn't be released and the money was stuck for a long time. Have you heard of something like this?
Yeah, this entire instrument field is a lot of scam will happening. So you should be, Africa, you send the money to where? Where you send the money? For what do you send the money?
I hear you. Because we're talking about the mines and we're talking about gold.
Yeah, okay. The gold, what do you want? Do you want the LC or you want the SBLC?
Well, most of them are asking for SBLC.
Yeah, that
as,
is,
as guarantee.
Yeah, this is, I mentioned the SBLC. You can go ahead there. This is a Mugan Bank, Azerbaijan.
Yes.
Yeah. Previously, I discussed about LC. SBLC is entirely different. SBLC is a bank guarantee. Bank is providing guarantee on behalf of you. This is not a leading bank. Mugan Bank is a mid-sized bank in Azerbaijan. Don't think about HSBC, Barclays and all. This is just a Mugan Bank, Azerbaijan. I have another bank is in a Cameroon, BPMZ. That is another bank from Cameroon. The 2 bank I can provide the SBLC. SBLC, we don't need any money. You don't send any money to us. You just to deal directly. I am just providing the guarantee. That's it.
Okay. So we can provide SBLC and then there's no upfront charges.
Every instrument is upfront charge. Otherwise, the instrument
Yeah, but that's what I want to know. Okay, so you have the upfront charge is fine. That's the 4% or the 4.5%. And then you issue the SBLC and then we only pay the money over once we've done the inspection.
So Lulenka,
means what inspection?
Lulenka, sorry, Shaji, let me just intervene here. So Lulenka, basically, this is a kind of a letter of credit. So in the letter of credit, they have unutilized credit available, wherein the buyer and seller, which is basically the buyer does not have a credit available. But because there is a credit available, based on that credit, the seller is willing to sell the material. Now, on the due date of payment, buyer still has to make the payment, right, to his bank.
Yeah.
So only the seller is getting, once he's getting the letter of credit from Shaji and his team, he has got a confidence that this particular transaction will get materialized. Now, on the due date, if buyer fails to honor it, that's where Shaji will ensure that he doesn't pay any money. There's a guarantee which is already given. He will be able to circumvent the particular banking act, and he will use the letter of credit with some kind of issue or whatever. But at least the buyer and seller, between them, they should be very clear that the payment is going to happen on the due date. Now, if the payment is not happening, there is no liability on Shaji still. He will be able to manage that with the bank. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. So it's basically the two parties who have to still deal with it, but the confidence has to be generated through a letter of credit. That's what he's going to bring. And the same thing with SBLC. The SBLC is just a banking instrument, which is a guarantee, which is kind of a bank guarantee. Letter of credit is something different. Shaji, you want to talk about SBLC quickly?
Yeah. SBLC charge is entirely different. SBLC, we are confirming, SBLC means standby letter of credit. We are confirming the due date, the supplier, whoever, you can see that here I will set up the limit on behalf of the end user. So for example, Sachin want to buy the gold from Ghana. So
Shaji, I think let's take up two questions first before going into SBLC. We'll go with Bhatia first, and then we go to Shersha. Go ahead.
Thank
Bhatia.
you so much. I've got a couple of questions just to clarify, because in a previous company, we have used similar service to what Shaji is describing here. So I've got a couple of questions to that. One, is it possible, because exactly this profile is sometimes because of the profile of the bank and the standing of the issuing banks that you mentioned, not these specific ones, but this level of banks, sometimes it's not acceptable by some sellers. Is it a possibility to have these, let's just say LC, not SBLC at the moment, DLC or SBLC confirmed by a higher ranking bank?
LC, I give you a higher ranking bank. That is Indian Overseas Bank is one of the higher rate bank. That is, I'm providing LC, which is, I share you the clip before, the letter of credit, which is I'm providing from Indian Overseas Bank in Hong Kong branch.
So Bhatia, this bank is a pretty decent bank, and if I'm not wrong, it comes in top 100 banks of the world in terms of trading. They've got a lot of overseas branches. Maybe in Israel also they must be. It's a government. It's a nationalized Bank of India. So it's a pretty decent and available bank. Yeah.
Great. So sorry, I didn't know that. And the other question is, I just wanted to make sure in terms of the steps or the process. So first of all, you issue, let's just say, of course, you get the LOI, you get the invoice, you issue the draft LC, right? It needs to be confirmed by the seller's bank. Only then, let's just say we need to pay, or the buyer needs to pay the 4.5%, and then the LC is issued. Is that correct?
Correct. Absolutely.
So first
correct.
we need to make sure that the seller bank accepts the LC with all the terms and the issuing bank and everything. Once that is confirmed, then of course the buyer or the client can pay you that fee, and then the LC is issued. Is that correct?
Yes, you are correct. You can ask to your bank, buyer, seller, you buy a bank to cross-check with the bank. You are ready to issue the LC. You can check everything. Everything is confirmed. Then only you make the payment.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much.
Shersha, you want to take up the question, please?
Yeah. So Shaji, a question to you is, do you actually help to organize a SBLC, suppose a 10 million SBLC, and also find a monetizer basically to get that monetized? And what are the charges if that is the case?
See, I'm not going to provide for the leading bank SBLC. That is, you keep on mind, I don't have the facility. I have a two bank. That is, one is a Azerbaijan, Mugan Bank, and I have another bank, BPMC, that is a Cameroon bank.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is
but
the only
do you
two
also
bank.
help to get the monetizer or?
No, I am not monetizer. I only issue the SBLC. I don't monetize.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. See, there is a monetizer. It is a very big the cost involved. See, there is a parties in Sweden, Switzerland. They do the monetize, but you have to put near about $675,000 in their account. But I don't involve. It's a very high risk matter. Mine is I'm just giving this SBLC. It's for only the trade purpose, not for the monetizing purpose. It's not a cashback SBLC. Keep that in mind. Is a just a arrangement. So still you can use this arrangement to do the trade in between two country or two party. That's it.
So what are your charges if you're doing this particular?
Yeah, bank will give you a commission from the 6%. Bank will pay me in my fees.
Oh, okay.
Either SBLC or LC, whatever. I'm from Cameroon, BCPME, I am doing for use and LC also. Use and LC means bank is taking risk. That means bank will collect the document and send it to you. So that is, we are only giving selected clients. If like in India, we are doing with the Tata, or we are doing with the Mittal in London, and like a good client, you do the use and LC. Use and LC means bank will accept the document, send it to you, you're paying after 180 days. But LC means we take the document, collect the money from you, send the document. SBLC, we will put a contract, we will put a contract in the between. You don't pay the money on the due date. We'll put the contract on discrepancy, and we will put the claim on whoever the user, whoever buyer, obviously the seller want to get the money. Buyer don't send the money. The bank will put the discrepancy in the end of the day. So bank is not liable to pay any money. These charges, they are charging only for their facility. We only take one check from the buyer. So it's no use, you keep the check in your hand, it doesn't matter. But only the thing is, you keep in the mind, you have to pay the money, either SBLC or LC.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Any further questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, please, go ahead.
That's very interesting. That's one of my store is nearby the ILB, just in the Hong Kong Central.
Yeah.
So one question is compare with like HSBC. What's your advantage?
I'm sorry, can you repeat once again?
Compare like the HSBC in Hong Kong is very bank of HSBC.
Bank comfort letter you're talking BC or bank?
HSBC is called Hong Kong.
Bank comfort letter, BCL.
Yeah, I know. You're always providing the LC this kind of service. We always use this kind of company because it's a common bank in China, in the mainland, in Hong Kong, the HSBC. So compare with HSBC, what's the ILB advantage?
Nothing, same. We have a limit, sanction limit. HSBC, I don't have the sanction limit. Indian Overseas Bank, I have a sanction limit. That's a different, nothing.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, because when you want a sanction, you have to put application, you have to give a guarantee, and you have to do a lot of formalities. Then only you get the sanction limit from the bank to issue the LC, whatever the document. Okay.
Roger, this is an unutilized limit available with Indian Overseas Bank. So if any seller willing to deal with Indian Overseas Bank, which is a very reputed bank, or if you can check it, maybe a top 100 banks globally. So you can always reach out to your seller, tell that I will issue an LC from Indian Overseas Bank. Then in that case, we can take Shaji's help to get us a letter of credit. And then this can be utilized because he doesn't deal with any other bank other than IOB.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Any other question?
I think we've got 3 minutes left. We need to wrap up now, Sachin.
Okay, done. Thank you, Shaji. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
over to
thank you so
Nilanka.
much. Thank you so much for all.
Over to you, Nilanka.
Yes, thank you so much. We just missed a few people in the beginning when we were doing the introductions. Wei Fong Hao, are you able to introduce yourself? Nothing from Wei Fong Hao. Jeffrey, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, you did introduce yourself, eh? I remember you,
Yeah.
Jeffrey. Okay,
Yeah.
then Jacek joined us a bit later. Jacek, do you want to introduce yourself?
Lenka, I think he already introduced himself previously.
And Boris, I saw Boris coming in later. Boris, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Lenka. Hello. So, okay, just a quick introduction because we are already late and I come late. So I'm Boris Kozlevchar. I'm a managing partner in law firm based in Europe, in Slovenia. And we cover mainly cross-border transactions and digital law.
Thank you, Boris. Thank you for that. Anybody else wanted to say something? And without further ado, I think that is on the button. We got 2 minutes left to go. Thank you, everybody.
Maybe the members who invited someone who didn't register can contact the person to send us information or register again for next time.
Thank you, Mawini. Guys, yes, please note that once we roll out on the 1st of June, if you have not registered, you will be asked to register. And if you do not register, you will be kicked off the meeting. We only need people to be registered for this meeting because it's got to do with confidentiality and sort of the POPIA Act about information sharing. So thank you. Please make sure that you are registered if you haven't registered.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lolenka. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye, everybody.